to today's training. Today we're going to be looking at how to use Montaj Geochemistry. My name is NC Gideon. Montaj Geochemistry is actually an extension in Montaj, OSIS Montaj application that is actually designed, in a such way that it provides interactive approach to modeling a lot of data, be it geophysical data, geochemical data, and other kind of real data. It is actually a software most of the project geologists can actually find very, very interesting in terms of visual software, a visualization, editing, importing, and all that. It can actually is multifunctional in such a way that you can use this in many ways to bring out the real text of your data. Then, so it's an extension for dealing with geochemical data in OSIS Montaj, and also it provides a kind of comprehensive capabilities for conducting cost-effective and efficient grassroots exploration programs, detailed targeting follow-up, or a kind of retargeting selection. You can also find it very interesting when it comes to interactive visualization of a lot of data, and when you actually understand this application, you understand the importance of having your data in one location. You can easily import the data, you can review and analyze your data. It's a kind of is a multi-disciplinary function kind of application. And also today we'll be looking at different steps, in terms of importing your data into a geochemistry menu as an extension file added to this OSIS Montaj. We're going to be dealing with some geochemical data, and this is also very important when it comes to making use of geodata, large kind of geodata, large kind of volumes when it comes to some geodata analysis. So we'll show you how you can develop strategies for dealing with high volumes of geodata and information as we move on to other classes. It also provides a variety of data analysis tools, when you actually modeled and all that. There's some other information you might want to get. We also can give you a scatter plot tool. You can also make use of your Triplot Tool. You can also make use of principal component analysis tools actually put with these extensions. Also, you can make use of multi-parameter symbol plotting, and also histogram tools are also involved, and Pearson Correlation plot. These are a whole lot of things that are actually you can find in this application. The objective today will be 5 objectives we'll have. Will be 1, we're going to be showing you how to create projects using this application, and 2, we're going to be loading Montaj Geochemistry menu, show you how we're going to load this, and 3, we're going to set project informations on every project we're going to load in today, and 4, how to import geochemical data, and 5, finally, we're going to merge those data, verify the survey data and essay data. This is actually what we're going to cover just on this particular video. As we go on, we're going to be dealing with a lot of other informations, like maybe extract standard and display standard reports. You're going to see that also extract duplicate, display some of the duplicate reports, updating the master database, and so on and so forth. But we're going to make sure that we cover these 5 in this video. So we'll be showing you how we actually doing this project with 2 major data, the survey data and a kind of essay data. This is the essay data we're going to be using. You can see it in CSV file. Then we'll be making use of survey, also the survey data, the sample, the XYZ, lithology data. Okay, so the next thing we need to do is we need to open up the Montaj. Okay, we'll open up the Montaj application. So the first thing we're doing here is, first of all, we'll create a project. We're going to be creating our project by going to File and say New. If we say New, that appears, and what we do here is you go back to a particular folder you want to work. This case, I think I'll form the folder for under database for montage. Okay, that is it here for Montaj Geochemistry. Okay, so we're going to be dealing with Montaj Geochemistry. Montaj Geochem 1. So you're going to be forming as .gpl file whenever you form your database. So to work with Montaj Geochemistry, you requires an open project. The project encompasses every item in your working project, from the data files in your project database, maps, and grids, to the tools you actually use, including auxiliary tools such as the histogram, scatter plot, and all that. So that is it. You form a project so you can save it. When you save it, you see the data, database, grid, maps going to form. So the next thing you're going to do now is, we need to important notes. You need to creating the project is that immediately you've created the project, your window will appear. And if you save your project, definitely you will require data to work with. So the next thing will be, you look at the project you've created, you can actually load your project menu. What are you working with? So you see, working with the Project Explorer tools enable you to actually, that is here, actually enables you to, this actually enables you to browse, open any project items you want to, in this window. This includes all data files and all that. So you can actually find them through here. So the next thing we'll have to do now is to look at importing a project menu. What are you using? You need to go to the GX file, and under there here you can load menu, and also you can also look at the dates. Under here you can actually see menu and see general. You can actually load your menu from here and make it default. Assuming I want to make this default, I can actually, I'm working with this, I can bring this in, and see, once I use this, I can also make this my default menu. But also I can select a lot of menu, 2, 3, 4, kind of the case may be, and make it and open them, you know. So this can be a default setting so that whenever I open it up, all this menu will appear. But for now, I want to go through the GX load menu. I'll load this menu, geochemistry.omn. So once you load the menu, what appears, you see the geochem import, geochem map, and geochem analysis will appear. So we've actually loaded this. So anytime you open this, you definitely are going to load it because you've not made it a default. So that is just it. Then the next thing will be to set a project information. We can go here. If you go to Geochem import, you will see project information, import survey data, imports SL, merge, and verify. So these are the three, 1, 2, 3, 4 we're going to be looking at in this video based on our objective. For the project information, this involves the company, the organization. Here we are using Channel Limited, for example, and project name, Geochem Explore, exploration, and project description. Here we can look at project description. You can say, you can put whatever you want. Urban, urban metals, metals. Project scientists here we have Gideon. Okay, and that is it. So you can also add some additional comments if you want. Additional comments, maybe, for something you can actually open up and read. Um, Geochemical and geophysical exploration for base metals within the hills of urban massive. Just so many other comments you can make here. So, see, so that is it. Then you can close this and can say okay. When you say okay, you save that. That is just it. You can also edit your comments at any time by going back to project. Go to new and look at comments, and your comments will still appear. So you can make any editing, or you can add anything you want to add here. So that is just it. Then the next one will be for yours to import survey data. Actually, what is survey data? Survey data is just the data that has the location points. It's the data that has the XY location of where you actually, you know, where you're actually working on. And you can actually look at different kind of file formats here. We have different formats, ASCII files, the ASCII files, any table ASCII file, which include the Excel CSV format files. The ASCII files can actually be imported using that can allow you to describe the data in the file. You can also import as clipboard, you can also import as database or acquire point data. So these are different kind of formats you can also import. Now we're going to use the import wizard to import the survey data first. The field survey data contains the sample column, the X coordinate location in the local grid. It contains the XY coordinate in the location on the local grid, and also duplicate. If the sample is a duplicate, this is also a number that indicates that order of duplicate sample. Duplicate are assumed to be in pairs based on the duplicate order. 1, 2 are duplicates, 3 and 4 are duplicates. etc. This allows you to duplicate to be distributed randomly within the batch if required. So we did file name, import this. So then we'll go to Montaj Geochemistry, that is the survey data here.csv file. We can say import templates if you want. You can actually, if you have a template, you can actually do that. But importing template files, the import template file can be edited or modified to be used as a standardized import template. Most of the time, it's actually saved with _c ch import, .i3. This is a kind of a default extension names for it. So you can actually do that. So now you can also select the data source, which is this, the ASCII data source. Also, you see database clipboard and all that, which is ASCII. You can actually do that, and you can go ahead to do your import. You can say next. So on the next, you're going to see a new database, which is survey you. You know, that is it. Then if you have a new database, that means you want to bring it in. New database name is survey. So here we'll have a kind of a maximum soil survey lines. Type of name for the new database is this, which we have put in here. You can leave the maximum survey lines, you know, to the default values, which is 10. Also, survey lines are typically used with line-oriented data. You know, that is if the data is collected along parallel lines. If you are not working with the line data, the default of 10 is recommended. Like field channels are also survey information field channels. They are associated with each sample. You can also go to help to look at some of these things and see how it works. So we can also click OK button. The new database survey will be actually displayed for this. You know, so that is just it. Now we are saying the import wizard is giving you step 1 of 3. That is delimited here. We can go to next. You have to be sure that the import wizard is actually giving you the right columns. You know, this is step 2 of 3. You need to make sure that the box, that everything is well. This is sample name. This is the X. This is the Y. This is lithology. If you are duplicates numbers, you have to put it here. And what else do you need here? So you need to make sure that select the type of character or white space that actually used to separate the text. And also, if you think that everything is okay, because as you are doing this, this is a quality check you need to do. Also, you need to ensure that everything is fine. You can say next. This is sample. Is it X? Yeah, X label is correct. You click this. Is it Y label is correct? Lithology is a string kind of data duplicate that is correct. You know, so you see channel type here and the parameters you're going to choose. So that is it. So you need to ensure that everything is according to this column. The sample here is the X here, which is the X, the Y here, lithology is here, which is the correct, duplicate is here. Then the wizard steps is 3 of 3. That means you can say finish. Then it will import. Definitely you've actually imported. And you can see you've imported this, and that is okay. Now we'll have to change save our changes. The next one will be we have to import the assets. We imported survey data, we import the asset data. Now, the asset data, the same thing there. We have ASCII files, SF file to import with browser location. SF files to import is this. We open it up, you know. So that is just it. We see, you're going to see on the import menu, you're going to see import asset data. This is what you're going to see, the data source SF file to import, the template, the IDS method and all that. So you have to select the data source and ASCII files. So to select the data file to be imported, you click this and we've actually browsed that. So if actually you have a template and all that, you can also do that. The lab ID, you can, if you have lab ID here, if you don't have lab ID, you can say what we have here is a lab underscore AI, that lab ID, and our method is XRF, and we have weights here 500 grams. Samples. Okay, So you specify the weight of your sample and then use them. But you can locate a channel attribute of CSV for more, if you're actually looking at more information on that. So these are what you set. And also what else is a convert negatives, no. From the convert negative drop down, you can select yes or no. You can see it here. But no, the default values import the data. Actually, that is actually it happens. If you say yes, you select then you now select. If yes is selected, then if the detected detection limit is set for a particular number, the channel or any value less than detection limit, that including less than 00, it is replaced with a value equal to 1/2 of the detection limit. So you have to, that is just it. You can click next here. Once you click next, the next thing you see is the new database. You have to say that is the essay. You click the OK. When you click OK, it will start. You see the geochemistry import for step 1 of 3. What are we using? Is delimited, that is space comma separated of each field. Then what next? You say next. Now the same thing here. If you look at this, is Microsoft Excel CSV, and these 2 of 3. This dialog box can actually show you everything that has to do with this. Then what you do is say next. Now for you to next thing is for you to actually ensure that the data sample, this is for sample, is it correct? Ensure that this is correct. The parameters are actually the same thing. This is the field, different field: arsenic, aluminium, AU, silver, so on and so forth for the entire data. You see, so that is the essay. You see it now. So that is essay 3 of 3. You can say when you say finish, it will import the data. Now, it is also every good to save your database at any particular point in time, so that you can save database changes here, so that at any time you don't lose any of your data. We click save database changes. Yes, save all changes. So you are now ready to merge. After you've imported your data files into the Montaj Geochemistry, you are now ready to merge the survey with the essay database. All channels, know that all channels of survey data will be created in the essay database, and all information will be copied to the essay database, when you are merging. So the next thing we have to do is to actually close this, and you go back to Geochem import. You've done this project information, we've done import survey data, we've done import essay. Now we're going to merge and verify. So essay database is asking, Excel database is correct. Essay database, survey database, view merge reports. I'm going to view the merge report to say yes. Okay. It's merging. Okay, lock on the database channels. Okay. So we say, okay, location merge errors report. You can see the image, but there are no errors. If you actually merging, you find errors, what do? You need to actually go back and make sure if you merge and there are errors, make sure you go back, and we recommend you stop processing, make changes to the original raw data, and also then re-import all data. So if you can also see this actually saved in your folder. You can see it. You can see the merge report here, saved as that. then import logs. You can see the import logs here. Are you seeing it? So you can see all text files that actually showed up during that will actually show up here. The next one will be setting essay attributes. That will continue in our next video, but now based on what we want to cover here, you'll see that we've been able to at least start up with this project information, import survey data and all that. So we will actually go in the next video to work on the setting essay attributes and other thing that has to do with Montaj Geochemistry. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for all subsequent videos on this Montaj Geochemistry. Have a nice day.